Excellennial here, and today I'm going to be going over the index function and match function. When used together, these functions can pull data from an old document or old sheet and move it over to a new document or a new sheet, while also verifying that the information is accurate. So to go over this, I have my personal process document that I wrote a while back, and then I also have a spreadsheet of falsified data that I was able to collect from Mockaroo.com. So to start off, I do want to clarify my terms. The new document will refer to the document you are acquiring data for, and the old document will refer to the document you are acquiring data from. So I also have the sheets named accordingly. Today I'm going to show what it looks like to use the index match functions to collect the realtor name and realtor phone number from this old document and move that on over to this new document, which has the address information to falsified properties. And both the new document and the old document only have one column that match, which is the loan number. So that's how we're going to find that we have accurate information. So to jump right in, we're going to stay on our new document sheet. We're going to be first moving over the realtor name from the old document to the new document. So in this new document, I'm going to create a new column, which I will place in between loan number and address. So column B, and this will be the realtor name. And from there, what we're going to do is we're going to select the second cell in this new column. So that'll be B2. And then we will type equal index in the formula bar. Now this is very important. You must either press tab on your keyboard, or once the drop-down pops up, you have to select index from the drop-down of functions. The reason why this is so important is that this will add the parentheses, which is needed to make sure that the formula is written out correctly. So now we have the index, and what the index is going to do is tell Excel what data it's looking for. So on step 4, we will move to the old document now and find the column that has what information we are seeking out, in this case, the realtor name. Then we're going to select the entire column. Let's go to the old document, select the entire column. The reason why we're selecting the entire column is that we have not told Excel yet how it knows which realtor name is correct. So that'll be the next step. Since it doesn't know right now, we're selecting the entire column so that Excel will be able to figure it out once we add additional information. We do want to be sure that we add a comma after this now, and then we will start our match. So step 5 says comma match. The reason why this is so important is that if we begin to click around, you will see here in the functions area that it actually changes. So if we select this new column, it'll change it to AA, but we need it to stay as the realtor column. So when we add the comma, it stops it from changing now. So that section is finished. We've already told Excel that it needs to look for the information that is in column B on the old document. Now we will be able to type match, and this will be the same thing here. We either have to press tab to add the parentheses or select match from the drop-down. Now what we're going to do is we are going to move to the new document. Usually Excel will move you back over to the new document since that is already where you are typing in your formula. If not, you will click back over to the new document and then select the second cell of the column containing where you're looking for this information. So we are looking for the loan number to match. So since I'm already typing this formula in row 2, but we need the loan number, I'm going to select cell A2. And then again, this will change if I start clicking other places, so I have to add a comma afterwards. And now what we're doing is we already told Excel you are looking for the realtor name. Now you are looking for the realtor name based on this one loan number. And you are going to look for this one loan number in the old document. So now we're going to move back to the old document and select the entire column of the same location. In this case, the loan number. So we'll select the entire loan number column. Again, add comma so it doesn't change the formula anymore. So now our formula tells Excel, look in the old document for this B, column B, which has the realtor name. And then you're going to look for this loan number that's in the new document, cell A2. You're going to look for that loan number, but you're going to look for it in the old document in column A. So now Excel is understanding, you're programming it to understand that you're looking for a realtor name based exclusively on this one loan number. The last thing we have to do, though, is we have to add a 0 to tell Excel the match type. And that means how much the numbers match. So we can't have these loan numbers partially match. We can't have 4 of the digits match. We need it to be an exact match. So when you press 0, that tells this formula that the loan number from column A on the old document needs to match 100% with cell A2 as we've selected already. That is all we need then when it comes to the formula. We just typed in the 0 from step 8, and now we're going to press enter. All right, so that gives us Terrell. Now we're going to verify this information by going back to the old document, turning on the filters, and searching for this loan number. And there we go. The name is Terrell on there. So we correctly have used the index match formulas functions in a formula to collect that data. So what this did, again, was it told Excel to look for this realtor name based on this one loan number that you are searching in this one column of the old document. So now what we're going to do in step 9, we're going to drag the new data down the entire column to add the formula that we just programmed to all of these rows. So we will drag this down. And I have 100 rows here. So now how we know that this is accurate is that we did just double check this loan number, but how do we know that the next one's accurate? We just break down the formula. So if you select this first cell, B2, this is the original formula that we programmed. The one key thing that changes when you drag down this data, I should clarify as well, I press this little square here, and that's how I drag down the data. You can also select the cell and double click that as well. It's just a little box that pops up whenever you actually have a cell selected. So when we very first typed all of this in, we did have this very specific thing that it was searching for, this one loan number from cell A2. Now, what it changes when you drop down this formula is each formula now says the next cell. So this so the cell B2 says that it's searching for a match with the loan number A2, but if we select cell B2, now it changes and it's actually looking for the realtor that matches with the loan number in A3. And it goes all the way down, 4, 5, 6. So what it's trying to do is the fact that we dropped down the formula into all the rows, it changed the formula to tell it to look for the new loan number according to the row that it was on. So that's exactly what we're looking for, and we can be confident that this data is accurate. So the last step that we have to take that's very important is we have to copy and paste with values. If we don't copy and paste our data, you'll see that this formula stays in the top bar. But if something happened to, let's say, half of the names in the old document, or a chunk of the names in the old document, suddenly we're missing data in our new document. So that's no good. I'm going to undo that really quick and show you. We are now going to select all of column B, copy, and then paste special. The reason why we're going to paste special is we have the option now to paste with values. When we click OK, what this does is it removes the formula completely. So now we actually have the realtor names, and they aren't going to go anywhere, even if something gets deleted from the old document. So I'm going to go through this process one more time. I'm going to insert a column and have this be the column for realtor phone number. And we'll go through the same exact process, just maybe a little quicker this time. Equal index, selecting this function. This time we were actually looking for everything, all the phone numbers that are in column C of the old document. So I'll select that entire column. Comma to close that out and stop altering that part of the formula. Now we're going to type in match. And we will match. Again, we are in a different column, but we are still trying to collect data for row 2. So we still will select A2 here. And same thing as well, comma, to finish editing that. Going to the old document, and now telling the formula to search for this loan number in the entire column A of the old document. Comma to close that out completely, 0 to tell Excel that it needs to be an exact match to the loan number, and then enter. So another option that you have with this little square here, you can double click it, and that adds all of the data all the way down. So now let's just search for row 5. Got this loan number. Filters are already on. I'll search for this loan number. All right, 0219, and I believe that matches 0219. Perfect. Okay, so now we know that we have the accurate realtor information. We can also click on cell C2 and see the original formula that we programmed, and then verify that A2 changes throughout. 4, 5, 6. Yep. So all of our cells have updated with the correct formula according to the drop-down that we just did. So we want to be sure that, again, we copy and then paste with values. Okay, so that is one of many scenarios where you can use the index match functions to collect data from an old document and move it over to a new document, so long as they both have one matching column of data. And this can be done across sheets within the same Excel document. This can be done between different Excel documents that have been named differently. So there are a lot of different scenarios where this can be extremely useful when it comes to collecting data from different sources. Please leave any comments or questions below, and I will be adding a link to both the Mockaroo falsified data Excel sheet, as well as a link to my index match function process document, or guide rather. I'll be leaving that in the section below. And until next time, have fun excelling!